right, we're about to give it a try. It's very difficult to get this wetsuit on. Might be the worst idea I've ever had. Now let's go toss some plastic. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today is the 5th installment of our vlog series, and we're gonna start off on an absolute bang. I am here in Greenville, South Carolina. I am at Golden Grove Brewery. They have a pond in play on about 3 different holes. I got a hold of them, asked if I could dive in the water. They gave me permission. They said absolutely. So I think we're gonna throw the wetsuit on and go jump in the pond. But guys, I'll be honest, it is 18 degrees outside. This might be the worst idea I've ever had. I don't have any coverings for my feet or my hands or my head. So I am gonna try to bring the tripod out there so you guys can finally see a little bit of that. But I might stick my foot in there and just decide no. So I have no idea how this is gonna play out. It's not a good idea, but the cold, it's staying through the week, and honestly, I'm ready to get out of Greenville. So I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna try it. Wish me luck. Wish me luck. There's actually a layer of ice I have to break to get in this water. I don't know about this. How deep is this? Oh, this might be a really bad idea. That is not happening. Nope, 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 nope. Absolutely not. That was probably the worst idea I've ever had. We can say that we tried, but my feet are in the most pain I think they've ever been in, and my right foot's actually bleeding. I don't know what from. I can't feel anything on them, but hopefully we can warm up and get out of here and just move on, but we tried. Good morning, guys. Unfortunately, we did not get any more footage at Golden Grove Farm. I was in far worse shape than I originally thought, getting out of that freezing cold water. I ended up just driving down the road for a little bit, and it took me a couple hours to warm back up, and then I had to make a plan. By the time, I do wish that I could have gotten more footage and possibly even filmed Golden Grove. The only reason I didn't is the fact that it is a very isolated course. So it's not really by anything. And the closest Planet Fitness was like 30 minutes away. And by the time that I kind of got all that figured out, I was really pushing the limits on the places I could stay. Unfortunately, that's just how it works out sometime. But maybe in the future, we can loop back that way and check out Golden Grove. I ultimately made the decision to start moving towards Clemson. And I don't know if you guys have seen the news lately, but there is a ridiculous cold snap just kind of taken over the country. I'm sure you are experiencing it yourself. This week in the van has been absolutely terrible. Some of the night temps are down to like 14 degrees. I went and got another little throw blanket to add to the pile on my bed. It's been very challenging, and it's so cold that I had to initiate the thumb holes on my base layers. That's how cold it is. And just doing this, 15% warmer. You know what I mean? 15%. It's a huge jump, and now it makes sense why in middle school all the kids did it. You know, it's not the fact that it was cool, but it was also cool and efficient. But we are sitting here and Greta is finally warmed up. It takes a long time in these frigid temperatures. There's probably an 1/8 inch of ice built up on the inside of the windshield. Very, very difficult to get everything dry and clean, but we are gonna go check out Grand Central Station, located, I believe, on Clemson University's property. I had a lot of people recommend me this course when I was in Greenville, so we are gonna go check it out. That's the plan. I'm gonna take you guys with me. Hopefully it's an amazing course, but let's go find out. Running through the city
You're the sunshine on my mind. We're burning through the city of light.
One thing that I will say is I'm not even sure if I'm going to be able to film this course. Hopefully I can. When I did pull into town, it does kind of feel like a ritzier place, you know, right outside the big university. And usually that means it's a lot harder to find somewhere to park. Usually stores and other businesses are far less lenient about it. And I got a bunch of no's yesterday. I got one that said I could stay there for one night. So that is why we are able to go scout it out and get some B-roll of it. But hopefully tonight, we can find somewhere to actually stay so I can do a course review for you guys, because I think it's gonna be a good one. We did make it here, but it still is, I think, 20 degrees outside. So we are definitely gonna hang out for a little bit and let it warm up before we go check the course out. But I do wanna tell you guys a few things. As you can see, that drive was absolutely gorgeous. In the beginning, I did make a wrong turn immediately. Like right out of the parking lot, I made a wrong turn. And I had to drive through and turn around like a ritzy development. And I think just driving through there, the two drivers I saw right by their fancy houses, they looked at the van and they were like, nope, picked up the phone and started calling. But one thing that I am super, super excited for is that package that we were trying to get from my mother, I don't know, 3 weeks ago in Charlotte. We did finally receive, and in it was something that I kind of forgot about, and there's kind of a long and weird story behind it, but we did get it, and I could not be more excited. It's this brand new PFN Fly-Dye Boss. It still has the MC Sports price tag sticker on it. As you guys know, I absolutely love Innova PFN plastic. For some reason, to me, it just feels a lot better than all of the plastic that they make today, and the more just simplistic stamps I love. I think some of the stamps today are out of this world crazy. Some are really cool and some just really aren't. Nothing honestly gets me more excited in the disc world than an old fly-dye disc, especially brand new. I'm so excited. I almost don't want to throw it. You know what I mean? It's so nice. The flashing is still new. I mean, this thing is an absolute beauty. As you know, we have ours, old trusty here. I've been throwing this for quite a while. She's still in really good shape. Definitely showing quite a bit of wear, but a lot of life left in it. I don't know if I want to just stare at this for a while or throw it in the bag right away. I'm not sure. I don't see the need to throw it right away. It is an awesome backup, but anyway, I just wanted to tell you guys about that. Without question, PFN Fly-Dye discs are my absolute favorite. She also sent me this. A giant bag of twin snakes that also doubles as a self-defense weapon. I could probably build a house with this thing, especially when it's 18 degrees and it's frozen, but it's 1.8 pounds of twin snakes. This will probably outlast Greta. I really don't have a sweet tooth, but when I do, twin snakes are probably the best snack. No, I'm not sponsored by Haribo, but I gladly would be. You know, I gladly would take that sponsorship any day, but really excited. This will probably be dinner for the next 2 months. So, I mean, it's great rations, super excited. Well, we finally emerged from Greta, not because it warmed up at all. It's still absolutely freezing outside. I feel like I've been cold for the last like 9 days. It's absolutely brutal. But as you guys can see, we have this very nice sign right at the beginning of the course. We have 2 different layouts here, which is always pretty cool. And none of them seem to be blindly throwing into each other. That's one thing that does bug me about some courses when they try to implement a second layout. You will be throwing across other fairways completely blind. And I just never think that's the right idea. See what we can find at Grand Central Station. I do have high hopes for this one, so hopefully it doesn't let us down. And I'm already seeing this little shelter here with a staircase and a little patio on top. I really hope that's a tee pad. I'm almost positive it's not going to be, but that would be really cool.
Say you love me. Say you're thinking of me. But you're just lonely. Tell me I'm special. But to you I'm anybody.
To you I'm anybody. But to you I'm anybody. But to you I'm anybody. Anybody. But to you I'm anybody. But to you I'm anybody. But to you I'm anybody.
Definitely not a T-pad, but it is still pretty cool nonetheless. I suppose anything can be a T-pad if you really want it to. There's a basket perfectly sitting out there. I would give it a rip if it wasn't freezing and my arms were cold, but it is cool up here. It does have a 2,400 pound limit. That's why Craig can't join us up here for this awesome view, but let's see what else we can find. We did stumble upon this really cool island hole. It's 180 feet downhill. We do have to hit this initial gap off the T-pad. Nice little ace run. We are just gonna send some putters and stuff down there, see if we can hit it, get a nice little spark to the morning, and if anything cool happens, I'll show it to you guys. Oof. Well, no luck this time. It was still a very fun shot though. I know I said I was only gonna throw a few putters, but I'm sure as you guys can relate, once you find something cool and you start kind of giving it runs, it's impossible to stop until the bag's empty. So now we gotta try to go find them all. That caught me off guard. Talk about that last step being a doozy. My goodness, that goes way down there. That's probably like a 2.5 foot span. There was some caution tape, it looks like, at some point, but that's since been ripped. So, goodness, hopefully they take care of that soon. Listen, if you ever come play this course and you use UDisc for directions, it's gonna take you down this street, I believe. But do you mind? Chicken is just losing its mind. UDisc is gonna try to take you this way, which is completely wrong. I see a lot of people talking about it in the UDisc comment section. I don't know if there's a way to try to change that, but it does take you the wrong way. You wanna look up the Clemson Rec Center, and then from there you just follow some signs. Have you guys ever heard the phrase between a couple, usually not in a great situation, saying, "I'm gonna take half the house"? Well, listen. Somebody took that to a new level, you know what I mean? Someone literally decided to take half of the house. I mean, hey, if it's fair, I suppose. Think they Airbnb that? I mean, I'd stay there. It's got to be pretty cheap, I'd think, but I would definitely stay there. That's gonna wrap up our little walkthrough here at Grand Central Station. It's not very often I walk through a course and I'm actually excited to play it, but this one seems very cool, very unique. We really have to sit down, grind some editing. Hopefully the van will warm up in this gorgeous sun. I hope you guys do enjoy the arrows that I have started putting in my videos. I thought that was a really good idea. I'm always trying to improve, you know, the watching experience for you guys. Unfortunately, it does add a whole nother layer of editing, more time, but that's perfectly okay as long as you guys enjoy it. Plus, we have to go find somewhere to sleep for the next few days if we want to film here, so there's a lot to do. When you're van lifing, sometimes it feels like a full-time job. I just want to give you guys a little update. Yes, it did finally warm up in the van. It feels absolutely amazing, but more importantly, Walmart did come through for me. They said I could stay there through the weekend, which is a huge relief. Tossing plastic lives to fight another day. We should be able to film Grand Central Station now and have no other issues. I do want to take a second and say thank you to all of you guys, all of the viewers, subscribers, people who comment, like, share the channel. It does mean a lot to me. It does help the channel grow, and I really just want to show some appreciation and say thank you. Now that we have some of these worries checked off the list, we're just gonna sit back, do some more editing, eat some dinner, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Cheers.